Sanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special teams set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of the football team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
On play action, here's Tua. And incomplete to open things up. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They go play action. Daniels got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To the air goes Daniels. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Cougar 19. Go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Dolphins 0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence is good.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Amos. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Commanders take over first.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Ready.
Now a handoff running for the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
Brings up
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, right?
Now Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
10 yards on the play.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Robinson sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Commanders 14, Dolphins 0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that is incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
70 Timberwolves. Let go.
Here's Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
To throw is Daniels. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
You're not cooking, 19. 60 vices. 60 vices. Ready?
Daniels looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Lane from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The point after, good by Groupie. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Tight end on the corner. It's complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Loss of 4 yards.
Now Tua. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Now he's going to step up and run. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Go ahead.
Here's Tua. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tua going to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Tua on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Unlock line, Viking 18. Check, hurt. Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Robinson up the middle. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down.
Come on.
And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Check that. Street. Let's go.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Hands it off out of the gun.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Go! Cougar 19! Cowboy 80!
Off the play fake, Daniels.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
21, ready. Out.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Third down and 1. They'll run for it with Achane.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch in between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go ahead.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
His throw incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The 45-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80.
Now Daniels. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They're going to look to throw. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
A gain of 15 yards brings up fourth down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
They'll look to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
18 Cardinal.
Daniels looking to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Deputy Lions. Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Got it.
3rd down at 6.
Ready. 60 Bison. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good for a Dolphins.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Dolphins.
They go play action here on 1st down. Olave holds it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Dolphins, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Miami.
Up the middle, Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 4. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
For a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And they don't get the reception, incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So a victory here for the Commanders. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for